Ben Fuchs in a two-part lengthy interview that will air the first of tonight on InfoWars Nightly News, and then the other second part later in the week. But at the same time, of course, I am always promoting whatever I'm getting into, whether it's gold, whether it's the Second Amendment, whether it's Ron Paul. Been supporting Ron Paul for 17 years. Been supporting the Second Amendment for a long time. Been pushing gold and silver for 12 years, and it's gone from gold $260 an ounce to $1,700 plus, silver from $5 an ounce to $30 plus. And I am promoting this. Tangy Tangerine, Beyond Tangy Tangerine. My mother, I gave her some of this. She's on into vitamins and minerals. She's a big exercise person. She tried some stuff over the years. She did it. Now she begs for me to get her more and has lost a ton of weight. And she says before, when she would do long-distance swimming, sometimes it would get kind of painful, like her muscles were kind of, you know, like almost catching. Now she says it's like they're oiled. And my mom I was always in great shape. She's in killer shape now. I know there's some NBA basketball players I saw online that actually take this. And
Theo Ratliff.
Yeah, he says his longevity is because of this.
Right.
And then there's Pollen Burst, which I also take, but it's got some, 70 milligrams of the caffeine in it. So instead of that afternoon coffee that didn't even do anything anymore, I just hit one of these bad boys, and it's got all the B vitamins, and it's awesome. But quite frankly, it's the Tangy Tangerine. And like you said, the worse off you are, because I was in really bad shape from overworking and not being healthy, the worse you are, the better you feel it just immediately. Now, I brought Aaron in here. I drug him during the break. There's not even 2 mics set up. In fact, I called him in here 30 seconds before. Look at Aaron, ladies and gentlemen. Dun, dun, dun. In fact, we can zoom in over here with this camera. Aaron, you had to have lost 60 pounds.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Probably 65.
That's awesome. That's awesome, bro. Good job. Good job. And was it hard?
Not really. I mean, I've been working out a lot harder before and didn't lose the weight. It was when I took the right vitamins.
That's awesome.
That's right. He was running, jogging, and lifting weights. And I said, Aaron, I'm getting fat. You're getting a little overweight. I said, let's commit to work out. What about a year or 2 years ago? And you'd leave work to go work out and come back. It didn't work. Didn't work for me. As soon as you start going, wait, I'm going to take a protein shake because then my body isn't hungry. Don't fight the craving. Or I'm going to take a mineral drink. It's over. I mean, I've only been really doing this for 2.5 weeks now. I kept eating around the edges, screwing around. I've been doing this 2.5 weeks, and actually I went and 11 pounds lost. 11 pounds on Tangy Tangerine and the One World Way, by the way.
It happens to everybody, Alex. I can't tell you how many times I've seen this happen. The reason I get so passionate about this is because I've seen it over and over and over again. Blood pressure.
And the system knows. The system knows.
They have to know. It's biochemistry. What I'm telling you here is not my theory. This is biochemistry. There's hardwiring for sugar in your brain. If you give your body protein, you won't want the sugar. There's hardwiring for fat in your brain. If you give your body essential fatty acids, you won't want the French fries. There's hardwiring for minerals. If you give your body good minerals, you won't want the salt.
Ted Anderson's dad couldn't go fishing and didn't know who he was anymore. Ted, for a few months, got him on Tangy Tangerine, essential fatty acids. He knew who he was again, could go fishing. He was back. He went to the doctor, and the medical doctor said, I've tested his blood, and because he's on Coumadin, he's not allowed to have these vitamins like this. Take him off, and he's gone again. And Ted gave me permission to tell this.
They take you off of broccoli. They take you off of cruciferous vegetables because they have vitamin K.
No, that's what they said. That's what they said.
No green vegetables. That's what they tell you. You're on vitamin K.
And he's gone. And I hate to be mean, but Ted says I can tell it. His mother says, we're doing what the doctor says. And it's basically bye-bye to Ted's dad. When it worked, in a couple months, his dad was literally back. They know. The doctor knows.
It's biochemistry.
They know. That's what they told him. No green vegetables. I mean, now we're Al-Qaeda. No green vegetables.
Vegetables.
Well, I'm going to do it. I'm going to tell you. I'm going the Aaron route. I'm going all the way, man.
And you know, watch what happens, Al. You watch what happens. That 11 pounds is nothing. Watch what happens. In the next 6 months, watch what happens. The body is so forgiving. It is so resilient. It is so loving. As soon as you turn around, it turns around.
Close shots of Snecky. That's his nickname around here. Anyways, that's German for snail. The lightning snail. Look at Aaron. I wish we had a camera right here. I mean, Aaron, you show him the guns. Come on.
Hey, I'm doing better than I was. I mean,
Hey, I know. Hey, silver from $5 to 30 plus, gold from 260 to 1,800 or whatever. I only promote what I believe in, and I've seen the results of this with my mother. Like my mother's saying she might even, and she's reclusive when it comes to radio, she might even come out and endorse this. Infowars.com to get it, or InfoWarsTeam.com, and your purchase goes towards supporting us. Beyond Tangy Tangerine, complete multivitamin mineral complex. We'll talk about it when we come back. Pollen burst. Increase energy, anti-aging, antioxidant, curbs appetite, reduces oxidative damage and stress. We're all coming back with Ben Fuchs, Aaron Snecky Dykes, and more straight ahead. And then once he gets in here and starts talking about this, I start promoting it. And when I did the research and found out about longevity and the fact that they're one of the biggest companies now and buy up all the stuff that Dr. Wallach and his advisors have studied and think is the best, that's what I got behind. And you can go to InfoWarsTeam.com and sign up to be a distributor there. A lot of people have done that, thousands and thousands. I think something like 10,000 people now just at InfoWarsTeam.com. Or you can just go there and buy the products. Or if you're like my mom and don't order online, I just simply give it to her. But you can also sell it to friends and family. And I'm telling you, I just gave this to multiple members of my family, and they came back later. So I've been doing the Tangy Tangerine now off and on for about 8-9 months and started promoting this. And you really enjoyed it and felt it right away. But then automatically I started getting addicted to it, which tells me, oh, my body really wants this. And then now that I've combined it with the whey protein in the morning, and then I'm not as hungry all day. And then at night, instead of pigging out, bam, I just have that. And it's amazing. 2.5 weeks, 11 pounds. And I've been jogging. I'd been lifting weights, and it wasn't doing anything. My muscles just got bigger. Tell us what is in the Beyond Tangy Tangerine.
I'll tell you what's in there, but the most important part about the Beyond Tangy Tangerine is it's liquid. And the body processes liquids differently than it processes solids. When you eat a solid food, the digestive process has to kick in. When you drink a liquid, it goes right to work. And because almost 70 million, maybe more, Americans have digestive problems, if you drink your nutrients, you bypass any kind of issues that you have with the digestive system. The stuff goes right to work. And that's the most beautiful thing about that stuff is you feel it really quickly because it's going right to work.
We're going to show a photo of Aaron just in Switzerland in June, 6 months ago tonight, when he interviews you versus what he looks like now. Looks like another person, doesn't it?
Yeah. Looks like a second person.
You're going to see the old Alex Jones, too. I'm going all the way down. At my biggest, years ago, I was 270. And then I went down to about 240, just running and lifting and not eating, and then couldn't do it anymore. Went back up to about 250. Now I've gone down to like 238. But I'm going to go all the way down to 180. I'm doing it. I am going to 180. Can I do it, Aaron?
Sure, of course.
We've all got to do it in the fight against the New World Order.
You're not going to be able to withstand cravings with just willpower alone. The drives are built into your brain for these things. For many years, for eons, we linked calories with nutrition. Today we get calories without nutrition, so our brain says, that wasn't it. Go get some more calories, expecting to get nutrients with those calories, but it doesn't happen.
But you hit it with a whey shake.
You hit it with nutrients.
Goodbye.
Yes.
Tell folks what's in whey and why it's so good.
Whey is ridiculously important. In fact, next to human mother's milk, whey protein is and eggs maybe. Whey protein is the most nutrient-dense food for building.
And that's cow milk protein.
Well, it's one of the proteins in cow's milk. There's two major proteins in cow's milk, casein and whey. The whey part of milk contains growth factors and immune-stimulating factors, building the immune system. You're talking about cancer. The body has cancer fighters built into it. The body has molecules and entities that kill cancer, and those are part of the immune system. When you drink whey protein, the globulins, the proteins in the whey protein that are supposed to build the cow's immunity, the calf's immunity, go into your immune system and build your immune system.
I'm not joking. About a month ago, we started getting regularly in the office raw milk from San Antonio, from a farm down there, and we added it with the whey protein.
Yeah.
And I'm not kidding. I looked around at people we've been drinking some working up here now, and I said, are you high? And I was like, yeah, this is not placebo. We didn't say drink it, we're going to feel high.
Yeah.
I literally get high off of it. I mean, like high, like whoa, because I think that raw milk then activates the cold-pressed whey.
Well, whey protein has got everything you need to build things, to build muscle, to build tissue. So if you're weightlifting, if you're fighting a disease, if you're recovering from something, whey protein has all of the factors that are required for your body to build.
But you know what I'm talking about? I mean, I guess I was so undernourished that drinking raw milk with whey in it, I mean, it's not like the same high you get drinking a Coca-Cola that's got corn syrup in it. I mean, it was like I felt really good.
Whey protein contains something called tryptophan. Tryptophan is an amino acid that's involved, number one, in the neurotransmitter serotonin, which makes you really happy, really relaxed, and number two, in the hormone melatonin. And both serotonin and melatonin are not only important for mood stabilization, they're important for plugging into spirituality, for plugging into the big picture via the pineal gland. Pineal gland is this tiny little gland that sits in the middle of your head, and it processes serotonin and melatonin. And serotonin and melatonin, if you ever take melatonin, you know you have great dreams, are involved somehow in our connection with spirituality. And so when you take tryptophan, when you take things that have tryptophan, you stabilize and you help promote melatonin, serotonin metabolism. Not only does it make you feel happy, not only does it make you feel blissful, and it makes you feel plugged in. It makes you feel connected. It makes you feel like there's something going on in a big picture kind of sense, which is why they want you on Prozac and not on tryptophan.
I was about to say, because so tryptophan, I've heard, is called the natural Prozac.
It's the natural Prozac, but it works via this connection with the pineal gland.
But I mean, what a surprise. God gives us cows. We're drinking the real thing. The globalists are so evil. They take everything good away.
Oh, check this out. Fluoride is specific for the pineal gland. Fluoride is specific for the gland that is involved in serotonin and melatonin metabolism. The pineal gland fluoridates. It absorbs fluoride more than or almost as much as any other system in the body, and the pineal gland is your connection.
And so does the thyroid. What is this?
Well.
What is the numbers? I've seen numbers that it's exponential, women above 30 with thyroid dysfunction?
It's an epidemic. It's an epidemic. The thyroid gland is connected to your adrenal glands, and your adrenal glands are your stress glands. Those are the glands that are responsible for, that's the gland that's responsible for helping you combat stress. The more stress you have, the more hyperadrenal you are, the slower your thyroid will function to compensate for that. So what we have is a culture that is so stressed out, not just psychologically and emotionally, but also physiologically, that we're all hyperadrenal and our adrenal glands are burning out. The thyroid's response to that is to slow down to compensate. The adrenal glands give you this hyped up caffeine energy. The thyroid gland gives you nice, smooth, easygoing energy. Over time, when the adrenal glands are kicking in, the thyroid compensates by slowing down. So this hyperadrenalism leads to hypothyroidism, and from that point forward, Alex, every single disease is possible because the thyroid regulates every one of the 100.
Well, here's what's going on. How long are you here in town? You have to get on airplane today, right? I have
to get on an airplane later today.
Well, as soon as the show's over, we got to go in there and tape this two-part interview. Okay. And I want you to go through it all with people and with Aaron, and for Aaron to throw in points. And Aaron is a private guy. I've drug Aaron in here. But, Aaron, you can be a testament to other people. I mean, you're a great example. Tell folks, because I've been listening to his show, and I mean, out of the full spectrum of research, I know you've told me Fuchs is one of your main sources. Overall, what have you done? Let's say if my wife's listening right now, because she's wanting to implement even more of this. I'm wanting to, just enough to hear the show some and research it some, but to really dive into this. What have you done, Aaron, to lose 65 pounds in, 6 months?
I mean, again, I was working out. I just wasn't getting much results. It was very hard to kick the bad foods, basically, but it finally sunk in after a few months of hearing this stuff. I was already taking the multivitamins, the liquid stuff, and I started taking the EFAs, but once I took the omega-3 and 6 EFAs twice daily or 3 times daily, and then the whey powder twice daily, that is when I started losing weight very rapidly.
So instead of doing an Atkins diet where you just eat giant amounts of meat and then you're all with all the hormones and chemicals, you just take the essential fatty acids and the whey powder, and now you're not hungry. I
could not eat, especially in the first 2 or 3 months of this. I couldn't even hardly eat anything.
That's how it should be.
Yeah.
And then you just nibble on some vegetables, fruits, and nuts and stuff.
Let me tell you,
I'm going completely on this.
One of the greatest strategies you can employ to stay younger, to lose weight, and to prevent disease is to under-calorize, to take less calories than you need. Because when the body perceives that it's getting less calories, it wants to send you out on a hunt for zebra and for wildebeest. So it sends the energy to your legs and builds muscle. Now, this is just under-calorization slightly. And so you want to under-eat slightly.
Well, no, they've got studies in mice, rats, insects, everything.
They live longer.
Exactly, when they bring it down to almost starvation, but a high-nutrient diet.
Exactly. High nutrients, low calories. And the only way to do that, Alex, the only way to do that is to get on a supplement program. The reason longevity is so wonderful is because it's so easy to do. When you get on a supplement program and you give your body nutrients without calories, every marker of health and longevity improves. It's the #1 way to improve health and longevity.
And the system knows this and sells us food to make us sick, which they then give us treatments for.
That's right. This is all biochemistry. This is not theory. This is how the body works.